Hello and welcome to Penn State Sports Night. With the MLB season just getting started, it's time for everyone's favorite early season tradition, overreacting. We are only a few games in, but that's not stopping anyone from declaring dynasties, calling seasons over, and handing out MVP trophies. So tonight, we will be doing what fans and analysts alike do best, jump to conclusions. I'm your host, Jacob Gold, and here are local experts in the field, Dan Studer and Jeremy Rose. Gentlemen, let's start by talking about the 2026 rookies. I mean, this season is already underway, and the rookies are looking incredible. But who's going to take home the Rookie of the Year trophy?
Well, first things first, honored that you call the two of us local experts. I'm truthfully honored. You know,
Truly.
We've come on here and we've talked about cows in ways that cows maybe shouldn't be talked about in the sense of Brian Moo. But truly honored that you think we're the experts in the field. Secondly, Chase DeLauder is probably the best player on the face of the planet right now. Leads the league in home runs, 6 for 17. Leads the league in at-bats as well. He's been absolutely phenomenal this entire season. Of course, only been a weekend and then whatever happens in tonight's game as well as the rest of the way. Early season, Chase DeLauder, that's my Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Chase DeLauder is a guy that I have no idea how I was able to pick him up as a free agent, one of my fantasy leagues, but I'll certainly take it. Thank you for that, everybody else in my league. It's going to be really interesting to see what Cleveland does here, especially with the way that the 2025 season played out, because you look at his counterpart in the American League Central in Kevin McGonigal, you take a look at Detroit and the kind of historic, it was historic, the historic collapse that they had at the end of last year that cost them a spot higher, or that higher seed in the playoffs. They lose the Central Division to the Guardians. But in terms of AL Rookie of the Year, what if we were to talk about a guy who's not on this graphic?
Oh.
What about Munetaka Murakami?
Okay.
Right. I like where you're going.
I do
Continue.
as well. Yeah.
What if he was to hit more than just Sadamaka O's 55 home runs that were hit in Japan? What if he was to come out here and hit 60?
Oh.
60.
Cal Raleigh numbers?
You're talking 60. Wow.
Speaking of Cal Raleigh.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
You think 60?
Maybe 60.
Right.
Hey, this is all about overreactions, right?
This is true.
I agree.
I was going to continue to overreact and say Kevin McGonigal, the beauty of, I think, what could be this race is you've got two guys on opposite ends of the spectrum. You've got the power hitter in DeLauder. You've got the contact, defense, speed guy in Kevin McGonigal. And that balance, I think, creates a lot of excitement for fans. They're going to face off against each other, 20 times this season? Something around those numbers.
Right.
You're going to get a lot of experience seeing these two guys in the same field, presumably for the rest of their careers. And if Murakami does what Murakami wants to do, 60 bombs. Once again, a little crazy, but that's what we're here for. We could be in for a three-way race, and who wouldn't want that?
Well, you want to talk about
That's
excitement
exactly right.
in this league. Why don't we talk about excitement just within the division, right? I know I talked about Murakami, but who knows how the rest of the White Sox pan out. As for Cleveland and Detroit, I see those two kind of being at the top of the American League Central. But, of course, you also have the Kansas City Royals in there, too. They've got some young guys that are also pretty good. Carter Jensen, he's off to a little bit of a slower rookie start. I know he just homered recently. Between these two teams, do they lead the American League Central to being the best division in baseball?
Ooh.
It was just a year or so ago that they were the only team that had 4 teams that were over 500.
Interesting. Well, let's keep with the team trend and let's keep overreacting. Let's look at the bigger scope now. We touched on this, but let's focus on the teams.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, are the Marlins a World Series contender? Yeah or nay?
As it stands, as of right now, the Miami Marlins, after a sweet Owen Casey walk-off home run in the retro throwback Florida Marlin teals, are on pace to go 162-0.
Has their game gone final yet?
I'm not sure.
I think it might have.
We'll have to see. All Miami has to do in the playoffs, which maybe they will make, is win one game. The Marlins in their history have made it to the postseason 4 times. 1997. When they won a playoff game, they won the World Series over Cleveland. 2003, when they won a playoff game, they won the World Series over the Yankees. A young Miguel Cabrera taking Roger Clemens deep. They made it in 2020, didn't win. They made it in 2022 or 2023, they didn't win.
I was there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
If the Miami Marlins win one game in the playoffs,
they're winning all the
book them into the,
They're winning every game.
Give them the National League pennant.
Wow.
And we might as well just give them the World Series trophy while we're at it.
I mean, you might as well.
So if we take a look here, we
right.
can let's be a touch realistic for a second. Maybe still overreacting. Let's look at the rest of the NL East. We've got the presumably very old Philadelphia Phillies. I know that hurts. The presumably very old Philadelphia
Not wrong,
Phillies.
though.
The Mets locker room problems. Juan Soto. We've got the Braves who can't seem to stay healthy and haven't been able to stay healthy for the past couple of years. And then who knows what the Nationals are going to be, presumably right around the bottom of the division. They've had a couple big wins as of late, but
Taking that series against Chicago, I thought was big to begin the year.
Series against Chicago, got another one as we speak right now. That's a pretty big series as well against the Phillies.
There.
So, some expectations there. But the Marlins are in a pretty good spot, right? We just talked about the AL Central. That could be a pretty good division for the next couple of years, especially this year. The NL East is on the opposite end of that spectrum. Everybody is trending backwards, while the Marlins and the Nats are trending forwards. We're overreacting, but this one might be a little realistic.
Jeremy, you're gonna make me believe in the fish.
Let's believe in the fish for a second.
All right. From team hype to an individual storyline that has just kind of been slowing down, let's focus on the Cal Raleigh train. Is it slowing down? And, he had a great season last year, but let's talk about this season. He's kind of off to a slow start. Are we overreacting or are we underreacting on his 2026 start?
But 2 for 15, 10 Ks, benched as we record this against the New York Yankees here tonight. Has the big dumper taken a big dump on the rest of his career? World Baseball Classic wasn't great for him. I know you might be a little bit more enthused about the situation than I am, but this could spell the end for what's been for what was a great last year, but regression, at least to me, was evident coming into the year.
Yeah, big dumper, more like big slumper. Jeremy, you gave the stats in the 2026 regular season. As for the 2026 World Baseball Classic, 0 for 9 with 5 strikeouts. Now, we want to talk about overreaction. Well, first off, let's also talk about his year last year, because he was the best catcher in baseball. 60 home runs. He set the record for most homers in a single season by a catcher. He also broke Mickey Mantle's record for most home runs by a switch hitter, which, of course, Mantle hit 54 back in that 61 race that he had with Roger Maris. This year, I don't know what's in store for Cal Raleigh. Of course, it's early. Everybody says that. I mean, these were 3 games that we were judging him off of.
Sure.
Fair.
As for Cal Raleigh, you want to talk about overreactions?
That's why we're here.
Is this karma for not giving a fist bump to Randy Arozarena in the World Baseball Classic?
Hey, it just might be.
It just might be.
And, the other thing with Raleigh is he's in a spot where he plays his first 3 games of the season against the Guardians, if I'm not mistaken. 3 losses against the Guardians, or not great against the Guardians, 2 for 15, 10 strikeouts. World Baseball Classic, he was starting games, but still not getting 100% consistent playing time because they're on a busy schedule, on a short number of weeks, little rest. And then they come in and bench him again tonight. Might the Mariners be hurting him by not playing him at this point in the season?
That's a good question.
It's been 3 games and you're already benching him. Obviously a slow start, but that's what kind of the beginning of the season is for.
You wonder what his mental's like.
Right. Do we think it's crazy that they've already benched him this early in the year? Or do we think this is just a routine? Yeah, it's hard to have a routine day after just the first 3 games of the year.
Just the first 3 games. I think, honestly, I like that point a lot. But I believe that this is going to mess him up mentally.
Right.
As it would for any other MLB player.
Sure.
I'm not looking into this as much as you guys are. While I do think it is weird to have a day off on your 4th game of the season, I don't think this is going to mess him up mentally. I mean, this guy is an all-star catcher. Sure. I think he can handle things mentally. I think he'll be okay there. I think it's just early season woes. Like I said, we saw what he did last year. I definitely think he's capable. He's not going to replicate last season. Let's just clarify that. You won't see another 60 homer season from Cal Raleigh. You won't see him take the only statistic away that Aaron Judge needed from the American League Triple Crown.
Is that a little personal?
No, not at all. Why would you say such a thing? At least 45 homers.
Yeah,
probably
sure.
At least 90 RBIs. Maybe even 100. I don't think we need to hit the panic button yet. I will say, 4th game in, having a day off, that's a little weird. Yeah. But just give him a day, let him reset some of his mechanics. Maybe he's just got to get his swing path down a little bit. Right? He's got 2 hits. One of them was an extra base hit, if I remember correctly. I was watching that game. He had a ground rule double against Cleveland. I don't think we can hit the panic button yet. I know that this is all about overreacting. Don't get me wrong.
It's all about hitting the panic button here.
Right, but I mean, you talk about are the Marlins. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Florida for some reason.
Hard to not think about the Marlins right now.
Really
When
hard.
you're talking
You
about
gotta
are the
make me believe.
Mariners hurting Raleigh by not taking him out of the lineup? I don't think so. And luckily, more importantly, the Mariners aren't hurting themselves. Because you take a look at other spots in that lineup, right? You just got Brendan Donovan from the St. Louis Cardinals.
Sneaky piece.
Dominic Canzone's having a really hot year so far. You also have Luke Raley, and then of course you still have Josh Naylor over at first base as well. And of course you still got Randy and Julio. This is a Mariners team, and especially one that Cal Raleigh, you're not going to hit the panic button just yet.
Absolutely. So I'm hearing no panic from you two on Cal Raleigh.
I think the
train's
train keeps
still
moving.
rolling.
I think the train keeps moving. It's slowing down a touch.
All right.
But we're still moving forward.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. You know, we got McGonigal and DeLauder battling it out. Maybe Munetaka Murakami. We have the Fish possibly taking the crown. And the Cal Raleigh train is not derailed. But that's all we have here tonight on Penn State Sports Tonight. We've got our takes, we've got our overreactions, and now we'll see how it all plays out. For Dan Suter and Jeremy Rose, I'm Jacob Gold. Thank you for watching and have a great night.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For more content like this, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like, and follow our socials down below.
And as always, we are
Penn State Sports Night.